We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Tonight we kick off Week 7 with a great Thursday night matchup here between the New Orleans Saints and the Arizona Cardinals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They try again with Cohen, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw is Murray. Man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Murray. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. The Cardinals at 5-1 here in this early part of the season. They're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now a pass hauled in downfield, and they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Murray. Finding Ertz again. Touchdown, Cardinals! Zach Ertz, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point good by Prater, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Caleb Balaj. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to run.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. There's Chris Olave. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Cards, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards there, and this methodical drive continues. Back to throw now on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Taysom Hill, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Lutz good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
That good for 22 and a first down. Now Murray off play action. Steps away. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 50 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Cohen. Alontae Taylor up to make the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd and 9, Murray. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Murray. DeAndre Hopkins and now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. First down, a run with Cohen. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 7-7, our score after 1. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. A give to Cohen. He heads right, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
I really went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people.
And this time he is in.
Yes.
Tariq Cohen, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W. As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Now that's a tough throw because he's moving to his left. He's got to get his shoulders pointed back right to throw it all the way across field to try and connect. Unable to do so.
Play fake. Murray. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Cameron Jordan so tough to block as he gets in there to record the sack.
Cameron Jordan, truly the heart and soul of this Saints defense, had another memorable year in 2021. He crossed 100 sacks and made his 5th straight Pro Bowl.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
He got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
On play action, they'll throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. Here's Blake Gillikin now. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back for that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Now Murray going deep for Hopkins. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Alontae Taylor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Byron Murphy. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. Well, do you want to... And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown! DeAndre Hopkins. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Cardinals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the He's got a man, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Lutz with the extra point. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. I mean, we haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first.
Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Marcus May with a pick. And the Saints are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now a shotgun handoff to Cohen. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Murray now to throw. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in the field goal range now at the 27-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Murray now on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Take over here at their own 22-yard line.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Jalen Thompson picks it. And the Cardinals are going to take possession of the football. Keep in mind, he had the 3-interception game last week, so we requested to talk with him this week. He was all smiles. He's still all smiles.
Yeah, we didn't jinx him at all, did we?
No.
Because ordinarily that happens. Things fall off, but not in this case. I think a lot of it goes back to his technique. His ability to see the quarterback throw the ball while understanding where the receiver is running his route allows him to make a lot of plays on the football, and he's taking it away at a really high rate.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. That was J.J. Watt getting in there and getting him to the ground. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. With it is Brown. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Murray now on 1st down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Cardinals 1st down as well.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
1st down, Murray. To Connor on the check down. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray, because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm. And nowadays, we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Murray now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. An 11-yard touchdown. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Prater for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Again, it's Balaj. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
He's got room at the 30, and they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. And here's Kamara on the read option. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, a lot of things have to go right for an option pitch to be successful. Everything lined up there on the long run.
It does, because you have to make the proper read. It doesn't matter what guy you've decided is going to be read on the defensive front. You still have to execute it. If he comes to the quarterback, you saw there, pitch it out to the running back, and off he goes. A lot of teams don't like to run the option because they don't like having their quarterback hit.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
Now Brown. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. To throw, it's Murray. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Cohen is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And I think they are going to get this one back. Boy, that would have been something. Double turnovers, but instead they'll keep the possession on the INT. Here's a give running left. It's Cohen. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Cohen gets it again on second. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. They'll run up the middle with Cohen. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now. Here's Andy Lee now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit him. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
78 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
On 1st and 10 is counter. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
taken down by Pete Werner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
On third down, a run with Cohen. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. And he gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a fourth down. Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Cards come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite